case you are wondering, I am wearing contacts, and these are by TTDI Contacts. I'm pretty sure they're like very known on Instagram. I do have a coupon code with them if you guys want to check them out. It's at Lovely Sassy. You get, I think, 10% off of your entire order, which is a pretty good price just because they're super affordable. If you're looking for any type of like color contacts, they have it there. It's really pretty awesome. Anyways, let's move on to today's video. So as you guys can see by the title, today I'm going to be these are products that I have already tried and I just want to like go over them. These are like my most favorite products of 2017. Like they literally changed my game, that I have been using them constantly. I'm just gonna like tell you through the video because me explaining it right now is gonna be used too much. So I'm gonna start with the eye, and I must definitely say that these are some of the palettes that, even though I don't use them on my tutorials here, you guys, these are some of the eyeshadows that I never felt anything like it. I like their texture, how they feel and everything like that, how they blend into the eyes. I never felt anything like it, and that's one of the main reasons why I'm going to be like sharing it today. Although I don't use it on my videos, as you can see, I do use them like off camera. So as always, you guys, I like to start with some concealer on the eyelids just to conceal anything that's like veins and things like that, because I do have kind of like dark, I have redness, I have like veins that you can see on the eyelids, so I like to cover all of that up. And I don't really have a preferred concealer like to use on the eyes. I just been using these Morphe concealers. They're really thick and good for that type of work. And of course, I have to share with you these new brushes that just recently came out, but I am seriously loving it just for the fact that they are only $1. These are from Shop Miss A. I'm pretty sure you guys have heard of Shop Miss A. If not, they sell everything for $1, and they have like these new brushes. They're from the AOA Studio line specifically. They're only $1 and they work so good, you guys. Like the quality of these brushes is off the hook for $1. I don't know how they do it seriously, because this is good. This is great. I like it. Anyways, I'm just using this to blend into the eyelid. I mean, you guys, like if you still do not have this product, I'm not sure what you're doing with your life. This is the most amazing setting powder that changed the entire game, maybe of 2016, to be honest. I think this is like, yeah, this is like long ago, but I do feel like this is a bomb powder just because it's so affordable, and I think it's like you get so much of it. So I do like to use the powder to set on the eyelids and also under my eye, like my entire face practically. Seriously, so nice. It's like a super fine powder and it just blends into the skin so beautifully, you guys. So for the best part, you guys, we're going digging into these palettes. I'm actually going to be using the Nubian 2 palette. This was actually gifted to me by a dear friend. Oh my god, I cannot wait. I'm actually going to California, so I'm super excited. I gotta meet her. So I think I'm gonna start with Madagascar, if I'm even saying that right. If you do makeup, you definitely need one of these. These are color switcher for your brushes. I'm actually going to start with a little tiny bit just because these eyeshadows are super pigmented. In my opinion, like they are heavily pigmented. So I'm just gonna be applying this on the crease, like a round shape like this, and I'm going to be building up the color slowly. Okay, you guys, so next I'm moving to the shade Morocco, which is like a burnt orangey shade. Very pretty. And I'm also going to be applying that on the crease, and again I'm just doing like a round shape on the eye. Next, I'm taking this shade Kenya right here, which is a beautiful dark shade. I think it's like a very deep brown, you know? And I'm going to be placing this right on the crease. Once again, I'm darkening it and creating more depth onto the crease. Guys, these eyeshadows are insanely pigmented. They are insanely beautiful. Like, so I'm gonna keep going back with that orangey shade just because I don't want to lose that orange on the crease. So I'm just gonna keep going back in a little bit by little bit and blending on it, like right on top of it, you guys, like slightly. And of course, I'm going to keep going back just because I want that shade a little bit more opaque on the crease. I want to create more depth. So I'm kind of doing this shading around the eye. I'm also going with a more of a fluffier brush on that outer edge. I'm just blending in those outer parts of the eyes. Like if I ever create a palette, this is how I want it to be. Like, okay, you guys, so the next step is actually cutting the crease. This is 2017. Like if you have not tried a cut crease, you guys know I love doing that. I love cutting the crease. So if you have not tried a cut crease, please do so. Get out of your comfort zone. Stop doing that everyday look. No honey, go for a cut crease, okay? One of my favorite concealers of all time, you guys, like for everything, anything, cutting the crease, putting it on my under eye, like this will cover your butthole hairs. Like that's how high coverage this concealer is, honey, okay? And I love it. I absolutely think it's one of the most beautiful full coverage concealers that blends in beautifully onto the skin. Is this Is Cosmetic Bye Bye Under Eye Full Coverage Anti-Aging Waterproof Concealer, honey. By the way, with this concealer, you only need the tiniest amount. So again, I'm just basically going to be cutting the crease on the middle And sometimes I will go with dabbing motions first. I'm probably gonna be doing voiceover through this, because try to not like fold the eyelid, just because that concealer will get everywhere and mess up your whole look. So try to keep the eye closed, that way you can set it and then you can move your eyelid around. So going back to the palette, you guys, I'm actually gonna go in with this shade right here. I'm just gonna be applying that on the outer edges of the look, like literally just tapping it like that. You guys, so I actually ended up using this shade Nefertiti. Okay, so a lot of you are gonna be like, that is not something that you wear every day. But let me tell you, these are like seriously my style of lashes. That's one of the main reasons why I'm sharing with you guys. Like, I love this style of lashes, not this specific ones. These are just some new ones, and I really wanted to share with you guys, because this style over, you guys, like, it's seriously so freaking amazing. This is my first time actually trying these lashes. These are the Morphe premium lashes, and this is in the style Hot Stuff. This is probably like the most exciting part. This is actually the lash glue that I always use, and I've been using for quite a while now. I love this lash. This is by the brand Kiss. It's like a little brush, as you can see, like this. I honestly, this is one of my favorite lash glue of all time. It holds your lashes like no other. They're super affordable. You can find them on Walmart, Walgreens, and all those like stores that sell drugstore products. By the way, you guys, the glue does start turning like a bluish once it's ready to apply. Okay, you guys, so lashes are on. For the face, one of the things that I've been using and loving is this Artless Glow Base by the brand Hemish. This actually, I got it at a Korean website, and it's just like a glow base, literally like a base for your face that is glowy. And you guys know I love my dewy finishes, so especially for now in the winter, I freaking use anything that's very hydrating and moisturizing to my skin. Just go ahead and put a little bit. By the way, a little goes a long way. You don't really need too much. I've been getting into Korean stuff just because they're so amazing, you guys, and majority of their things is made completely like organic, so I love them. So I just let this sit on my face, let the skin like soak it in. While that's happening, I'm actually gonna share with you guys some of my favorite brow products. I just didn't show you my brow stuff just because it takes so much long for me to do. So what I've been using on my brows is actually this brow pencil. This is the Total Temptation by Maybelline. This is one of their new launches that they did recently, and you guys, as soon as I got this, I cannot put it down. It's seriously so freaking amazing. This is drugstore for anybody wondering. It's like a double end. It has a spoolie on the end and then the product on the other side. This is how much it brings, but I do feel like the product is very opaque. Like, you don't need to go over it too many times. It's also drugstore, you guys. It's very affordable. I think this is only maybe seated $6 to $7. It's seriously one of my favorite brow pencils. I never thought I would get into brow pencils because I'm not that type of person to use brow pencils, just because my brows are very thick and I feel like brow pencils just don't do it for me. But this is amazing. Like, I really highly recommend you guys to try this. This is like a 2000 must try before the year ends. Another product that I'm absolutely like, I cannot even believe it. This is actually the Jolk primer. This is by Tony Moly, and this is a pore primer. This is supposedly like literally blurs out the hell out of your pores. I wanted to do a comparison to the Benefit Pore Professional because it's exactly, let me tell you, exactly the same thing, you guys. Like, this feels exactly like that. If you guys ever tried it, like, this is how this feels. By the way, this is also a Korean brand, you guys. I got this at Style Korean. It is a website that sells makeup related, skincare, all that good stuff. They have it there, and I'm obsessed with this. I love it. It has like that silicone. It's hydrating as well. It's not like super drying on the skin. It's like so good. You guys definitely have to try this. So the foundation that I'm using right now is actually the Urban Decay All Nighter Liquid Foundation, and I'm using the shade 5.2. This foundation, you guys, oh my god, it's literally so full coverage, is insane. It is quite pricey, to be honest. Price is like my least favorite part. You guys know I love to use affordable prices, affordable things, but the price is just the only bad thing about this. This foundation right here, you guys, is seriously a must try if you haven't tried. Let me just quickly show you all the foundations that I've been freaking loving. Also, this one right here, I am obsessed. The coverage, the quality of the foundations are seriously a must try before the year ends. Like, they're so freaking bomb. Like, I love this foundation. It's so freaking bomb, but it's not my color. So I'm actually gonna use a brush to put it onto the face, And I like to blend this in. You see how light this is? This is way lighter than my skin tone, you guys, but we're gonna work with it. Also, let me show you quickly, one of my favorite brushes for foundation is this one, the Pretty Bar foundation brush. Obviously, I'm just gonna go ahead and blend this in. This foundation, the Fox Filter foundation by Huda Beauty, dries pretty quickly in my opinion, so you have to work fast with it. But you guys, it lifts the skin. Oh my god, the skin is like so flawless. I can't stand this foundation. It's so beautiful. Wow. Like, if you have not tried it, I highly recommend it. I know the price is not like the prettiest part of it, but it's a must-try foundation. In my opinion, it's so beautiful. I must say, it is very high coverage, and a little goes a long way, so you don't really have to use too much of it. Okay, before I do concealer, I'm actually gonna go in with this by LA Girl. This is one of the pro concealer, and it's my absolute most favorite concealer of all time. It's literally almost gone, but it has lasted me almost a year, you guys. It's seriously the best, like, bronzing up. I love the bronzy glow that it gives me. So whenever my foundation is like extremely light like this one, I like to go ahead and bronze up a little so everything could even out. So I will literally just bronze up everything. And you guys, I definitely have to share with you this, my absolute must-have favorite brush to kind of like blend in all this bronzing stuff is this Morphe M10MO brush, and this is the collaboration Brittany Bare Makeup on Instagram. They did an amazing job at this 360, I think that's what it's called, 360 contour nose brush. The brushes are like, the bristles are so fluffy and easy to blend in anything. Okay, you guys, so another favorite of mine, absolutely like all-time favorite, is this one. I keep going back to it. This is the Fit Me Maybelline concealer. This is just like a oldie but a goodie, and I still rock with it just because it's so beautiful. It is lightweight. I don't feel like it's super heavy on the skin, and I love how it blends into the skin. Also, you guys, for sponges, I highly recommend the new also Chamessé AOA Wonder Blenders. They're absolutely beautiful, and I love how bouncy they are. They're like very squishy. They don't have like much density to them. Okay, so once again, going back to that air sponge translucent powder and setting the whole face. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and bronze up. What I've been using is this one, the number 7 Cosmetics, and it's just a beautiful bronzer, you guys. This is in the shade Caramel. Looks like this. Packaging is seriously so sleek and pretty, and I just seriously love how this looks on my skin. So I'm just gonna go ahead and what I'm gonna do is take my little cake and bake sponge by Baramona. I love this because all the shapes of it, and it just fits right there to bake. And with the same bronzing brush, I'm just gonna go back and take all that out. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some setting spray. This is one of my favorite setting sprays that I have been using. I also suggest you guys to try the new Pop Makeup Magnet Mist. I love these both. They're very hydrating. So that's one of the main reasons why I'm suggesting is because I love anything hydrating. I'm acting like I'm going somewhere. So now we're going back to the under the eyes, and I'm actually starting with the same process. I'm gonna start with this one, then that shade, and then go to this one right here, then apply a little bit of that one on the center. The same process, you guys. We're going for mascara now. The one I love is right now is the Total Sensational Mascara by Maybelline as well. Drugstore, you guys know I love my drugstore. So of course we're still on the palette, you guys. I'm actually going to use this shade right here just to highlight certain points of the face that I wanted to pop. My brow bone is always a must. Like, oh my god. I'm also applying this on the inner corners because that is just, you have to. So this, you guys, is actually the Spongeac Flashlight Palette, and this is one of my most favorite highlighter of all time as a base that I like to use under my actual powder highlight. This is like a very subtle glow, so if you like to something super subtle, this is perfect. Just by itself, it's so pretty as well. And of course, if you guys still have not tried Spongeac, I highly recommend them. I think they're a very underrated brand, really good for the price. They're super affordable, so must. Of course, you guys, the old goodie Ultra Cosmetics Rodeo Drive is like the absolute perfect highlighter for my skin tone. I just love it. It's gold, and I actually love to apply my highlighter with this brush right here. This is the Morphe M500. Looks like that. Very pretty fluffy brush. Tap, tap, tap. So I actually got the Sparkling Babe fams to help me out, and they said to do a tulip option, so dark shade, and also want to do a nude shade. So tulip option, let's see how this goes. Okay, so I'm actually going to go in with this Bare Minerals liquid lipstick in the shade Cold. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Please don't forget to subscribe and also thumb out this video for more tutorials. Turn on that notification bell so you guys won't miss any posts, and I'll see you guys on my next one.